In our last video, we talked about how contaminants in fish from the St. Mary's River have gone down significantly over the last few decades, but you might still be wondering, what is a fish consumption advisory exactly, and who decides them, and how are they meant to protect our health? Let's break it down. Fish consumption advisories are public health recommendations that tell you how often it's safe to eat certain types and sizes of fish based on levels of contaminants they may contain. Things like mercury, PCBs, dioxins, and furans. In Ontario, these advisories are created by the Ministry of the Environment, Conservation and Parks, MECP, using lab-tested fish samples and safety standards from Health Canada. The results are published in the Guide to Eating Ontario Fish, which you can find online at www.ontario.ca. We will keep the link in the description for you. So you may be wondering, how are advisories measured? The recommendations are listed as meals per month, so you'll see things like 0 meals per month equals do not eat. 1 to 4 meals per month has a partially restrictive diet. And 8+ meals per month equals a non-restrictive diet, meaning it's generally safe to eat for most people. Who are these advisories for? Well, they're for everyone. However, some advisories are different for what we call the sensitive population. This includes children under the age of 15, people who are pregnant, planning to be, or breastfeeding. These groups are more vulnerable to contaminants, especially mercury, so the guidelines are more cautious. Now, here's something important. Just because there's an advisory, it doesn't mean you shouldn't eat fish at all. It just means that you should follow along with the Guide to Eating Ontario Caught Fish. Fish are packed with healthy omega-3 fatty acids, high-quality protein, and lots of vitamins. It's great for your heart and your brain, and the key is knowing which fish to eat, how often, and how to prepare it safely, something we'll explore more in a later video. Now we'll dive into our recent survey results. As part of our research, we ran a community fish consumption survey from 2021 to 2023 and collected over 670 responses. Let's dive into our recent survey results. Here's what we learned. The vast majority of people who eat fish from the St. Mary's River do not exceed their recommended meals per month. Less than 1% of people said that they eat more Chinook salmon than is advised, so even for a more restrictive species, such as the Chinook salmon, it's not considered a cause for concern. So now, when you hear that fish consumption advisories for the St. Mary's River are now likely non-restrictive, it means that the guidelines are similar to, or even better than, those in non-polluted areas in Lake Superior and Lake Huron. This is a huge milestone on our path to improving the river health. Regardless of where you're fishing from, remember to check in with the Guide to Eating Ontario Fish. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned as we continue our journey to better understand, protect, and celebrate the St. Mary's River. Next up, where do contaminants come from?